What's going on, everybody? It's Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy, coming at you with some players to consider trading for ahead of Week 5. Let's go ahead and get right to it. My top guy to potentially target going into this week is Najee Harris. This one, of course, comes with some concern given the offseason Liz Frank injury that Harris suffered, which pushed him down my draft board and out of range for me in nearly every draft format. But he's seemingly healthy and off to a decent but not spectacular start. Coming off a game where he was vultured on the goal line twice by new starter Kenny Pickett, Harris feels like a perfect buy low relative to cost. This offense looked and moved better in the second half of Pittsburgh's Week 4 game against the Jets when Pickett replaced Mitchell Trubisky. Pickett's not going to vulture every single scoring opportunity from Harris. So if the person who has Harris is frustrated with his start, test the waters, see if you can offer a good wide receiver 2 and a depth running back, maybe say like a Melvin Gordon whose stock went up this week, in a return to get Najee. Another running back I'm interested in trying to add is Travis Etienne. I know it hasn't been the start to the season Etienne owners wanted to see after making him a top 40 pick in redraft, but his efficiency has been quietly decent through the first month. He has 11 targets in the first 4 games, and Jacksonville faces some potent offenses in the second half of the season. This isn't a knock on James Robinson, who should continue to be perfectly fine to fire up, but the Jaguars will see Kansas City, Baltimore, Detroit, Dallas, and the Jets in a 7-week span before a juicy matchup against Houston in Week 17, which is championship week. ETN figures to see significant usage in games where the Jags need to keep pace on offense. Go buy low on him. Moving to wide receiver and going back to Pittsburgh, I am trying to acquire Diontae Johnson if, for whatever reason, the person who has Johnson is reeling after a bad Week 4 when Pittsburgh changed quarterbacks at halftime. Diontae saw 12, 10, and 11 targets respectively through the first 3 weeks of the season. Yes, that was with Mitchell Trubisky, but are we really going to downgrade Diontae going from Trubisky to Kenny Pickett? Pickett does appear to have eyes for George Pickens, but Diontae is still very much a stalwart in this Steelers offense. Go check on him after a 2-catch output in Week 4. See if the person who has him has some tunnel vision and is concerned about him rest of season given those factors. I'm not concerned about him. A second wide receiver I'm cautiously interested in acquiring is Gabe Davis. Obviously, the vibes are a little shaky on Gabe right now following a terrible 3-week stretch after he picked up an ankle injury in practice before Buffalo's Week 2 game. But he logged a full Wednesday practice for the first time since the injury and figures to be trending in the right direction. He's on the field 95% of the time for the Bills, and this is still one of the most lethal passing offenses in the NFL. It's a situation worth betting on, and now that he appears to be healthy, see if you can pry him away if you need some receiver depth. Is there anybody else you are potentially looking at as far as potentially acquiring in your redraft or dynasty leagues? Let us know. We're happy to talk through this with you. And if there are any other questions you have about potential trades, let us know there as well. We also host live streams on our channel. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern is waiver wire help and any other general fantasy topics you wish to discuss. Saturday, Sunday, start sit help. Saturday is at 6 p.m. Eastern. Sunday is at 10 a.m. Eastern. International games pending. Come hang out. Come get any questions answered you may have, or feel free to bring up any fantasy-related topics you wish to discuss. Till then, this is Nick with Facemask Fantasy. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.